There's 18 starting with the ball to the 25-yard line. So Mike White has made 3 starts in the NFL. His jersey from one of them is in the Hall of Fame because he went 38 for 45 in his first start as an NFL quarterback. The next 2 didn't go as well. Darryl, he thought that he tried to do too much. He says the one thing he knows for sure now with this Jets team, he doesn't have to do too much.
It's style Robert Saleh wants this offense to function in today. And do you step outside of that a little bit for some opportunities in the passing game against a secondary that's beat up?
White's first throw zipped in there to Garrett Wilson.
Because watch as the slant comes in and the back goes to the flat. That's a tight window right there when you've got Jack Sanborn, number 57, closing in. Great accuracy on that first throw to get that momentum.
38 out of 45, most completions in NFL history for a guy in his NFL debut. He's on the boot here, and he throws for completion to Tyler Conklin.
To understand, Dominique Robinson has to understand there's athleticism with Mike White. Do your responsibility. He's out on the edge with nobody in front of him. It's easy to see that play development, and there's that element of getting it out quick again, Joe. Let your guys catch the ball early and try to make yards after catch.
And 2 for 2. From the Bears' 46-yard line, an empty set and another throw to Conklin. Zonovan Knight into the game of running back. Takes the fake. White feeds it to him. Knight down the sideline. Bam, Knight on his first.
You've got C.J. Uzomah, the tight end. Kind of looks like it's going to be an outside zone play. There he is downfield getting the block on Jalen Johnson coming up in support.
From the 21-yard line, swings it outside. Garrett Wilson got a great block from Conklin.
Fought to try and help out in coverage, but there's 2-on-2 with your blockers right there. Again, you've got your receiver, your skill player.
On first and goal, White triggers quickly again. Low throw is incomplete to this point, and that is score a touchdown in the opening drive. Ty Johnson in the game for the first time, a running back. He angles out, throw to the end zone, and Garrett Wilson has a touchdown. What a start from Mike White and the Jets. Although a flag down, it's going to go on the Bears.
That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
A year ahead of schedule. Their sights set on their first playoff trip since 2010. Roll. Second down 11. White in with him to the running back Michael Carter. And a lot of empty over the first 2 drives for White and the Jets. So 5 to choose from on 3rd and 5. White throws. Corey Davis can't bring it in.
He's going to push it to the outside, but they want to get these short timing routes, these quick throws. So a nice job by Jalen Johnson, not biting on anything to the outside and having the ability to get back inside with tight coverage.
Had to play hero ball when the defense wasn't as good. He figured the case would be different this time around with such a good D. On the move here, almost hit by Jack.
Sees it perfectly, reads it, anticipates it, breaks on the football.
Zurich High School. 3rd down, Bears bring pressure, leaves Uzomah open. He gets upfield and
to the rush. You had Jack Sanborn. I mean, he went down and find yourself in the 3rd and 9 here.
Ty Johnson comes in a running back. On 3rd and 9, they twist up front. White's given time, threads the needle for Elijah Moore. Breaks a tackle. Big gain on his first touch. Moore goes up.
Really tight window. Watch Elijah Moore going to get on top of Jalen Jones and then kind of break in. Here comes your safety over the top, Eddie Jackson. So that's a really well-thrown ball and anticipated into that window.
How about Elijah Moore, who is their leading getting traded? 2nd and long, White over the middle. Wilson couldn't get it with one hand, and he got exposed with two.
Out in front of him, watch 17. He's going to kind of tap the brakes a little bit because he senses the play.
Berrios, nowhere to go.
Just to really complete that joke, they've got to be able to run the ball when the defenses are anticipating and expecting them to.
3rd down and 2. Ty Johnson takes the fake. White will dump it to him. First down for Johnson.
Watch his poise in the pocket. Just a little bit of a slide, resets, goes through his progression, finds the open receiver. Very calmly. And that's what I saw in Cincinnati last year when you go back and watch that film.
A deep drop lets the routes develop. One of his first downfield shots has Garrett Wilson. Makes field goal miss. Turns on the afterburners. He's gone. Touchdown Jets. New York takes the lead.
Number 4, it's a non-contact injury where he goes to the ground. This is going to go right through the hands, right to Garrett Wilson. Now right behind him is Eddie Jackson.
Garrett Wilson.
Just pressing it up on the deep end. A nice little wiggle there at the top, and you can see Eddie Jackson right there. He would have been your safety that would have been able.
So that note there, 198 yards in this first half is the most by a Jets quarterback in the first half since White's debut last year. Swings it outside to Elijah Moore. Get away from Jalen Johnson. Not Jack Sanborn for their first trip since 2010. Mike White on 2nd and 14 goes to the sideline and has C.J. Uzomah, who's stopped by Jalen.
The game, but I was surprised to hear things he's been struggling with at practice as well.
3rd down, Bears show pressure and back off. White throws the slant, and Corey Davis has his first catch of the young. He's in his 6th year. Back from the knee injury today. White looking downfield, down, he'll check it down, and Carter takes the check down and turns it into a 9-yard gain.
Get in there.
2nd down and 6. Mike White gets sacked.
The big play and pushes him back. Armon Watts just keeps pushing that pile. You get some legs tangled up. You don't know how the balance is. Just keep.
Denzel Mims inside the 40. Well, at least a pretty good indication. 254 yards behind Mike White. He's on the roll in the first play of the second. He'll check it down for C.J. Uzomah. What a great down in 4. Empty set for White and the Jets. Steps into one. It's incomplete. Vildor the coverage on. He comes in for Tomlinson at left guard. He started a couple games there. Here's Berrios on the end around. And Braxton Berrios using his speed. Got to be feeling good about what Mike White's done today. On 3rd and 4, he'll look to throw. End zone, more! Touchdown Jets! Mike White! How about him?
Just a late jump by Elijah Hicks. He was watching too long. Is the way that Mike White has played. The response from Garrett Wilson, from Elijah Moore, some guys that were unhappy earlier in the year.
Here's an open Conklin. Beautiful throw from White to the wide.
Really nice job finding that intermediate area, and it is completely open. You've got a guy short holding some people. You had a guy go deep and clear everything out. But again, you can see the weather conditions. You can see that rain, and just putting the ball in a place where it's very catchable. He's not making.
From the 46, he looks to throw again. Deep drop lets the routes develop, but one comes open underneath. It's Zonovan Knight.
Came in with a little bit of velocity on him underneath in the middle of the field.
Ty Johnson this time. Steps out of the tackle. Into the secondary. Stays on his feet and scores. 32-yard touchdown from Ty Johnson. His
second plays, Jack Sanborn is going to run through. Watch the strength of Ty Johnson. We've seen Jack Sanborn all day. He's on the backside. He doesn't even make him move. I mean, Ty Johnson, that is a great.
Way looking to throw on the move, on the money.
Bootleg with tears, right? So here comes your intermediate across. There goes your deep one with Corey Davis. And we're just running away from guys, and we're having a little bit of fun now offensively. That confidence is just continuing to grow.
You block it, and that's not just the O-line. That's the receivers, too. There's a shovel from there. And he gets 3 or 4. Jets going to move to 7 and 4. White given all day, throws incomplete.